Welcome to this week's edition of Vees View on Castanet.net. I'm Colton Davies. This week we're getting to know Vees second-year forward Ryan Sandelin, number 11, hometown Hermantown, Minnesota. For people who are watching this in the Okanagan, Ryan, who maybe don't know Hermantown, Minnesota, near Minnesota, Duluth, tell us about your hometown, where you're from here.
It's a small little town, population about 10,000, so not too big, just in the suburbs outside Duluth, right off of Lake Superior. It's a beautiful little area up near sort of the Iron Range in Minnesota, but hockey crazy town, just sort of like Penticton and just sort of this whole area. They really love their hockey and whatnot, and I'm really proud to call Hermantown home, and I love it there. So it's a good little town, and yeah.
If I were going there this time of year, what would I need to pack? Is it pretty cold?
Pretty similar to Okanagan weather, honestly. It's pretty cold in the winter, definitely, but right now it's about Okanagan weather, so good stuff.
Not bad, not bad. So hockey crazy town, you say there, and you played high school hockey in your hometown. You know, we hear that it's a pretty hockey crazy state, Minnesota, and that they're pretty crazy for their high school hockey, I guess. Is that true?
Yes, for sure. Friday nights, playing at home in your home barn, all your classmates come and watch the games, all the people in town come and watch. It's always a treat to play in front of the hometown fans, especially, and even going on the road. Just some of the rinks you play in, they're so classic and they're just so old time. It's something else, and especially the state tournament where we were fortunate to make it 3 years in a row. I mean, crowds of 10 to 20,000 at the Xcel Energy Center. I mean, it's crazy. There's lines as far as the eye can see for tickets, and just the students get crazy. It's something.
That's the Minnesota Wild's home rink too, obviously.
Correct. Yeah. So yeah, it's really cool. It's something a kid dreams about. It's what you dream about when you're 5 years old, watching the high school kids play, and luckily we made it there and happened to win twice. So it was really cool.
Fantastic. And your dad is the head coach of the Minnesota Duluth NCAA program. Is that kind of part of what got you into hockey even to begin with?
Oh yeah, he was definitely the driving force for me playing hockey, and I just fell in love with the game. He'd always have it on at the house when I was just a little baby, when I was not even 2 years old, and I'd just be mesmerized by watching the game on TV. So I think I was born to play hockey, and he definitely helped with me getting enrolled in playing hockey for sure.
And after playing high school hockey in Minnesota, now you're in Penticton, obviously starting your second year with the Vees here. What brought you to Penticton and the BCHL, Ryan?
I mean, first off, you look at the area around here. I mean, it's something you're never going to get where I'm from, mountains and lakes and whatnot. I mean, a lot of lakes in Minnesota, but just the whole area is so scenic. I mean, you're just really drawn to the area and just the town and whatnot. But I think the program here that Coach Harbinson has set up, it's bar none. I mean, look at the players that they've churned out, NCAA, NHL. I mean, it's just as good as any program in the States. So, I mean, it was pretty much a no-brainer for me. The second I got up here and saw the facilities and the rink and watched a game or two, I mean, the fans here love the Vees, and it's pretty evident in just the crowds we get and how amazing they are during the games. So, I mean, it was a no-brainer. The second I left, I knew I wanted to play here, and I'm really glad to be back for a second year.
Yeah, and obviously scenic, as you mentioned off the top there in BC. You know, this is your second year in the league now. Throwing you on the spot with this question, do you have a favorite road city to visit in the BCHL?
I'd have to go with, I like going to Wenatchee. I think the crowd there is really similar to here. It's back in the States a little bit. I don't know if I'd call it home, but
they got a similar rink to here too, similar looking.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's just a really good place to play. There's always good games with that team. They have a good program down there. So I think that's probably my favorite place to play right now, but we'll see if that changes over the course of the year.
Favorite place besides Penticton to play, I'm sure, of course. And this week now you guys and the whole league are going to be in Chilliwack for the BCHL showcase. And you know, I'm sure you know a thing or two about what coaches look for in scouting, knowing your dad is a head coach of an NCAA program where everyone in this league wants to end up. So you being a veteran on the team and you kind of knowing the ways a little bit, how do players prepare for the extra scouting attention they know they're going to be getting at the BCHL showcase?
I think a lot of guys in this room, they're obviously high-level players, so they've been scouted, you know, for years and years, and especially getting here. So it's really nothing new for guys. We got to focus more on following our game plan. And I think if the more we follow our game plan and the more the team plays well, I think the more recognition some guys that may not have a scholarship yet or they're getting looked at, I think the more recognition they're going to get, and it's going to benefit the team as a whole, but I think individually as well. So I think if we just focus on things that we need to do as a team to get wins, then all the individual success for most of the guys will come after that.
Love the team answer, and of course you're an assistant captain this year, so I'm sure they will love the team atmosphere here too that you bring. And 3 games into the season, you have 2 goals and an assist. Last question here on your personal start to the season. You know, you had 8 goals last year as a rookie, and you're a quarter of the way to that now, 3 games into the year. How do you feel about your game so far this season, Ryan?
It's been good. I worked really hard in the summer. Coach Harbinson really wanted me to work on my quickness and whatnot, and I feel like I put a lot of effort into that in the summer. But at the same time, a lot of credit goes to my line mates. They've also had really good starts to the season, and I think just knowing what the league is about instead of coming in blind and not knowing how it's going to be for the first month or so, adjusting to the junior hockey lifestyle, like I already know what it's going to be like. So it's been an easier transition, and Freddie's given me a chance to play more and get an opportunity, and I just got to run with what I've been getting. But a lot of success obviously has to come from my teammates. They've done a great job of working hard and doing things the right way, and hopefully we can keep that going this weekend.